Hi guys, and welcome back to our Curls for Queens YouTube channel. For anybody who is new here, my name is Santroya Pitzer and I am a public relations intern with Curls for Queens. As you can see, today does look a little bit different. If you are new here, usually I would be interviewing a woman in Florida about her natural hair journey. However, today I myself will be answering the questions that you would usually see me asking other women. For question number 1, what was my first impression of Curls for Queens, and what would I say about my opinion now that I've seen what they have to offer? Personally, when I discovered Curls for Queens, I saw it as a job application on Indeed, and of course I did my digging to figure out what exactly I was putting myself up for or putting my information into, and I saw that it was a nonprofit organization within Florida. And I just saw the description like we provide free salon services to girls K through 12. And I didn't know the depths of everything that they provided, but that was the basis. And I was like, oh, this sounds really cool. And I looked at like what their salon days looked like. And my first impression was, this is amazing. And this is something that we need to have where I'm from and where I currently reside. As far as my opinion, now that I see what they have to offer, after learning that the organization provides not only free salon services, but like throughout that they also like do the girls' nails and take pictures of them so that they can feel like better about their self-esteem, do self-esteem classes, and then parent workshops. I was like, oh, like that, like they really do like offer more than just like, you know, being a queen for a day. It's more so like giving that family the opportunity to learn and improve on like teaching their kids and themselves about their children's natural hair and like making them feel confident in that. So my opinion still stands. I think that I could have used it, and I also think that it's something that should be spread. Like if it can get out of Florida and like spread to be Florida and other states, I think that would be amazing. Question number 2, what is my go-to hairstyle and is there a reason? Personally, I would say that my go-to hairstyle is my natural hair just because I hate takedowns. If I knew somebody that would take down my hair for the low, I would definitely continue getting protective styles because I hate to keep them in for a long period of time. But I would definitely say that my go-to are my curls, because at the end of the day, I'm only going to keep a style in for like 2 weeks. The style that I recently just had and like posted videos with on the channel, I had that in for about a month and a half. That's overreaching. But a month and like a week, which is like the longest I've had a hairstyle in. And it was because I didn't feel like taking it out because the braids were so small. But like I think it held up pretty well. But yeah, personally, I just miss my curls. So my go-to is my natural hair, even though I get tired of it. But I'm a lazy natural, so it doesn't really matter to me. Question number 3, does my hair have any specific meaning or importance to me, and did I have to learn to love my hair throughout my journey? I would definitely say that my hair does hold an importance to me just because I feel like being a black woman, and especially coming from Virginia, which is where I'm originally from, my beauty was definitely dependent on my hair. And I no longer believe that. I believe at the end of the day, even though I do look like a different person with my hairstyles, at the end of the day, I'm still the same beautiful person that I am. However, I feel like I attract certain attention when my hairstyle changes. So I definitely feel like the fact that I've grown to love my hair in any state or condition that it's in, it has grown in importance to me to know that it's an extension of myself, but it's not. It doesn't make me who I am. And then also as far as like loving my curls, I did have to teach myself to love my curls, but that was mostly just because going throughout my journey, I was like one of the first couple of people in my town who like went fully natural and was like not doing perms, not doing braids, like was literally just wearing their hair in the natural state that it is, like curly. That wasn't like a mixed individual, and it was like a black person who had like, not that mixed people aren't black, but it was just like somebody who doesn't have like hair down to their back and doesn't have like little ringlets that like certain people are like, oh my God, your hair is so pretty and long. It was more so like I had an afro and I had to go through a transition phase. So I definitely had to like learn to love what came out of my head. But it was more so about like embracing it. Like as soon as I saw what my hair could do, I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And other people around me who, because it was during the natural hair movement, they were like, oh, your hair can do that. And I was like, yeah. And then once it came to like fruition that my hair was like curly as like it is now and not like transition hair and like little stringy pieces, it like became a little bit more acceptable than it was originally. So I would definitely say that I had to love my curls, but it wasn't necessarily like the worst experience that I've had to deal with, especially where I come from. Question number 4. Would I say that in my field, my hair affects how I'm perceived at work or causes me any special attention? And would I say that it is seen as professional in all forms? I would say, because I am a student, I go to an HBCU, I go to North Carolina A&T University. I don't, of course, experience anything on campus just because I'm around Black people. I'm around people of all formats. So therefore, I'm seeing hair that is locked. I'm seeing hair that is braids down to legs, 30-inch bust downs, afros, pink afros. Like, I'm seeing all varieties of people and variations of hair, especially in their natural state. So in that format, no. As far as like in my profession, because I am a student, I don't, other than like a part-time retail job that I currently have, I don't feel that in the field that I'm going to go in, I don't feel like I will be persecuted for the hair that's on my head. Not saying that people aren't. I just feel like, me personally, I don't ever really feel like there is a hair bias towards me. Just because of how I usually wear my hair. But I will say, like, if I wear an afro and like I know I have an interview, sometimes I'll think like, I wonder if this will look professional with my outfit. So I will say that I feel like it has an effect on my personal opinion of whether or not I look professional, but that's just because I have my own hair bias. But I will say that in my part-time job in retail, it does attract special attention. So like when I change my hair, there are definitely comments from my coworkers. There are definitely comments from customers who see me on a regular basis, and they're like, oh, you changed your hair again, or oh, you look different. So it does cause like some special attention, but nothing I haven't heard before. Still not acceptable, but nothing I haven't heard before. Question number 5. Tell us about your hair journey, and if you could give 2 words to describe it, what would they be? I would say that for 2 words to describe it, I would use transformative and struggle, just because I've struggled a lot with having to learn to take care of my hair in a different format than what I was taught growing up. And then also just because it was a struggle to embrace what I look like in opposition to what I thought I was supposed to look like. And then just transformation, because when you change your hair, like, you are transforming in some way, shape, or form, because you're changing something about yourself. As far as my hair journey, I feel like it was one that a lot of people have, simply because I just looked on YouTube and Google one day, and I was like, how can I make my hair grow and be healthy? And I put black girl at the end of it because I wanted to make sure like it was for me. And literally it was like, go natural. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, oh, no perms, no burning. And I remember I looked at videos and YouTube, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. And I told my mom, I was like, hey, I don't want to do, like, when perm day comes and everybody's getting their little perm box put in their head, skip me. I'm not going. So I remember washing my hair, and everyone was like, you're not gonna blow dry your hair? I was like, nope, I'm not gonna blow dry it. I'm just gonna plait it up, and I'm gonna unplait it in the morning. And they were like, oh. So it was like, everybody was like, what are you doing? And then eventually, like, I had to go through transition. I did have the big chop. After that, it was pretty much just like me learning what products work best for my hair, chopping my hair off, coloring my hair. So I went through different phases, but I definitely tried to make it fun. My only regrets would be not trying all the styles possible before like doing my big chop, because I definitely could have tried bantu knots. I actually think it would have been pretty cute on my little straight ends, even though it was damaged, but like I still could have seen what a bantu knot looked like on it. But I would definitely say transformative and struggle for sure. Question number 6. If I could talk to myself at the beginning of my hair journey, what would I say? And what would I tell a young girl currently struggling with her hair? For me personally, I feel like the advice that I needed to hear was don't be fearful of trying new things. And then also just embrace whatever results you get. And then just be open to change. Because I feel like a lot of it in the beginning was just like me not knowing what I was doing and then being afraid that what I was doing was wrong. But I feel like at that point in time, because it was like in 2016 or so, something like that, I feel like all of us were learning what needs to be done to our hair. And then as far as like a young girl currently struggling, I would definitely tell her, do whatever makes you feel beautiful. Whether it is flat ironing your hair, perming your hair, straightening your hair, leaving your hair curly, leaving your hair in an afro, locking your hair, whatever makes you feel beautiful, do just that. Because the only person whose opinion matters is yours. Question number 7. What effect has my hair had on my mental health and my life? For me personally, I feel like my hair definitely has an effect on my mental health. And I also think that I neglect my hair when my mental health is affected. So it kind of is like goes hand in hand. But I definitely feel like when my hair's not done, I don't feel put together. So like if I've been putting my hair up in a messy bun all week, it's probably not one of my good weeks. However, if my hair is done, like the first week of my hair being done, oh yeah, I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Like everything's good in my life. Everything's good, everything's great. But when my hair is not, well, not even when it's just not done, but just like when I feel like I've neglected my hair and I'm not like putting time and effort in my hair, it's just something has to be wrong with me. And I definitely think it takes a toll on my mental health to like not be taking care of my hair, because I feel like I'm neglecting myself, or I just feel not put together. Question number 8. Would I say that my hair has had anything to do with my personal identity, and if so, how? Personally, I think it definitely has had something to do with my personal identity. Like I said, growing up, I was like one of very few people who wore their hair natural. So for me personally, I think that a lot of people got to know me because of my hair. So I've gotten a lot of like compliments because of my hair, questions, conversation starters. Like my hair has started many and many of conversations. It's almost been like a networking technique before I even felt like I needed to network for professional reasons. And I met just so many people just from like asking questions about hair, because that's just like a common thing. Like, hey, like who did your hair? Where'd you get your hair done? And like I've learned how to braid, so like learning how to braid my own hair. Hey, where did you get your, like, who did your hair? I did. So just like being able to make a connection with people through my hair and the way that I wear my hair has created like this identity of like me being more extroverted, and it's also added character development. So does it make me who I am? No, if I shave my hair tomorrow, I'm still Santroya. But at the end of the day, it has helped me grow character development, because it's made me more confident in myself, because I know like I am a human being that can grow hair, and it's almost like a tree with its leaves. My hair changes color. My hair I might cut it off, it might fall out like the leaves in winter and fall, but at the end of the day, like I'm still that same tree at the roots. So for me personally, I would say that my hair has had a lot to do with my personal identity, especially in terms of like me growing as an individual. Question number 9. Do I think that having an experience like the one that Curls for Queens provides would help me on my journey when I was younger? Absolutely. If there was system of any sort that would have been like, hey, we'll do your child's hair, and they offered like all these styles, or like even do my natural hair before my mother and parents, or even, you know, hip on natural hair. Like, it's not like they didn't care for my hair. I was just getting perms and my hair was getting fried. And it would, like, even sometimes, I know I have a picture of myself where a perm didn't work on me. Like, I went to school for picture day and I came back looking like I got electrocuted because it just didn't work. So, like, I feel like if somebody would have stepped in and be like, hey, let me do your kid's hair on the weekend, take that load off of you, and also teach you, you know, how to do it, or like how to increase her self-esteem through her hair, I think that would have helped me not only like be further in my natural hair journey, but also just like be more comfortable with the hair that comes out of my head the way that it does in its natural state, for sure. As for my final question, and the one that I get to choose, I wanted to share a hair care tip that I feel like everyone should know, and that's just make sure you use a treatment of some sort on your hair. Regardless of how you wear your hair, what your hair type is, or anything of that matter, use a mask. There are masks that are hydrating for anybody who has dry scalp. There are masks that are detoxifying, cleansing. There are literally masks for everything. Like Aztec healing clay, that's a mask. That's a treatment for that, in my opinion. But like, I just feel like a hair care tip that I feel like everybody needs to know, needs to use, needs to pray on and utilize. Not every day, but at least like once a month. Use a hair care treatment. I dye my hair 7 colors. I bleach my hair 3 times in one night. My hair is still thriving slightly, as you can see. Like, just use a hair mask. Use a treatment. It will do wonders for you. I promise. That is my last question for this interview. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about my personal journey, and I hope you are able to tune in on our newsletter, because I talk about more than just treatments, but also just like how to care for your hair, especially in this fall weather. But that's all for today. I will see you guys next Friday, and hopefully you guys subscribe to our channel, as well as follow our other platforms so you can see all the content that we create, as well as what we have coming up, because this Sunday we do have one of our first salon days of the year, so you could possibly see content on, you know, the girls that we're able to service and the confidence that they're able to show after getting their hair done. Thank you guys. You have a wonderful rest of your weekend and day. See you guys on Friday.